Hello everyone, myself Khushi Goswami. Today's my presentation topic is African nationalism in David Coates at a fever pitch and Franz Fanon's The Wretched of the Earth. It is based on Matthew Whitshell's article These Dog Will Do As We Say. So basically this article is about the comparative British novel and anti-colonial theoretical text to show how independence did not solve always the problems which left by colonialism. These are my academic detail and presentation details. These are points which I am going to discuss in these presentations. My research question is, how does Matthew Whitshell's comparative reading of David Coates at fever pitch and Franz Fanon's The Wretched of the Earth explain the dangers of nationalism in post-colonial Africa, and what theoretical frameworks support his argument? My hypothesis is Whitshell's article suggests that both Coates' novel and Fanon's theory diagnose the same structural danger of independence, that colonial hierarchies may survive through a national elites, and by combining literary criticism with post-colonial and Marxist theory, Whitshell argued that fiction and political thought together offer a fuller understanding of decolonization and than either text alone. These are the brief introduction of novel at fever pitch. At fever pitch means something that is from extreme level. So in this novel, this is set in African country at the moment of decolonization, and the main characters we shall focus in this in that article. Suli Azambugu is a young man from the northern, and Michel Glenn, a British junior officer who feels lost in his role and his private life. And then was Kofi Bandia, a southern leader who rises to power. So basically, in this novel, shows this binary between northern and southern. So the story shows how the southern is more modernized because the colonizer built schools, cinemas, and shops there, and the northern stay poor and rural, which creates inequality. So this division becomes important because after independence, the southern elites being to dominate the northern, and this coping the old colonial pattern. These are the brief introduction of the Wretched of the Earth. As we all know, here in this article, Matthew Whitshell focus on the chapter "The Pitfall of National Consciousness" from this novel. So here Fanon explains that when colonizers leave, the new rulers are often a small nation. Often a small nation bourgeoisie. So here in this novel, national bourgeoisie act like being as colonizers, like they indirect way support the former colonies, and keeping inequality alive still in their nation. So here Fanon warns about regionalism and tribalism. So people may start to fight along local or ethical lines instead of building one united nation. So what Whitshell's main argument is, Coates and Fanon look different, but they identify the same historical risk, like a new elite copying colonial power. So it means, as I mentioned, the national bourgeoisie do in the Wretched of the Earth. So it's a motif of motif is aligned modernity. It means builds without function. It captures the weakness of independence if it only copying Western models. Matthew Whitshell's method. So he places Scott as a British novelist, and Fanon, who is a political thinker, or as a anti-colonial theory text. So they put side by side. So this comparison shows this diagnostic same structural problem but point to different responses. So here Whitshell argues that reading a British novel alongside Fanon's theory reveals a shared diagnosis, like a colonial structure often survived independence. So Then theoretical framework which are in this article to support the argument of Matthew Visuals. So first he uses Edward Said's culture and imperialism, in which according to that theory, Vishal places Scott's novel in tradition of end of the empire of literature. And then Homi Bhabha's theory shows how Fanon is often read through post-structuralism, and we shall reclaim his decolonization context. And then Neil Lazarus is emphasize Fanon's role in socialism and anti-colonialism thoughts, and other theories like a Marxist framework we shall use here, like used through Fanon focus on class struggle, economic inequality, and in the uneven development of between rich and poor class. Then here Cott's key scene and images which are used in this article. So early in the novel, Zuli Azambugu is installed in a bar by Southern Africans, and they says, soon we shall be free, and this dog will do as we say. So they will dig the sewer for us. So it is used for the poor people, and this line shows the powerful because it shows how oppressed are ready to oppose others once they get. So at the end of the novel, Cott describes a coin with the face of Banadea, that nationalist leader, and the coin is a symbol. His smiling face shows political change, but the fact that his money shows how power and privilege continue. Here are the Fanon's key claims highlighted by Vishal. So here Fanon says colonialism left an economy that unbalanced. So as we all know, in Richard of the Earth, we also know about what is the what are the relations, or how the situation of national bourgeoisie and the native people. So Fanon wants that these class is selfish and weak, and they talk about independence but do not help farmer, workers, or other poor. So here Fanon's call is a decentralization, power spread out not only in the capital, and then political education, then participation by all people. These are the common diagnoses. So both texts see as a real danger of independence that preserve colonial inequality. Then both novel note the role of native middle class and alert the regime of the triple threat unity. So these are the different outlook that Cott mainly diagnosis dramatize problem. Then we shall argue that combining two perspectives give us diagnostics and perception. These are my conclude observation. So Matthew Vishal's article is strong because it joins a novel and theory text together. So from the at fever pitch gives us character, scenes, and image that make effect of colonialism very clear. And from the Fanon's novel gives us the theory. He explains how small nation elite can copy colonial rule, and how real independence need mass participation and social change. These are a conclusion. Matthew Vishal's article shows that both David Cott and Frantz Fanon explore the same problem of decolonization, the danger that independence may only replace foreign rulers with local elite. And through Cott's at fever pitch, we see how colonial divisions and false progress continue after freedom. So through Fanon's Richard of the Earth, we learn how true liberation needs social change, education, and people's participation. So here Vishal's comparison teaches that fiction and theory can work together to reveal and question the incomplete nature of independence. It also reminds us to see literature as a form of political thinking, not only as a reflection of history. And these are my learning outcomes. I realized that literature like Cott's at Fever does not only tell story but make political argument about colonial legacy. And my view of Fanon's change, instead of seeing him only as a writer of violence, I now see his constructive side, calling for social reform or and inclusion. And I learned how aligned modernity symbolize false progress and how colonial models can weaken new nations. These are my references, and thank you. If you guys have any question, feel free to ask.
So, Khushi, my question is, what is the meaning of the line, "These dogs will do as we say"?
Yes, Bhumi. The meaning of the line, "the dogs will do as we say," it means for it means new African elites still act like indirect way former colonialism. So, for instance, in the Richard of the Earth, the national bourgeoisie's people, direct or indirect way, they help or support former colonies to rule and rule in the Algeria. So these way, the meaning of the line is way to former or new Africans act like former colonies.
So, Khushi, my question is, what Marxist idea appears in both quote and fashion?
So, Marxist idea like a class struggle or or the uneven development of between poor and rich people. So these way Marxist idea appears in both the novels. So thank you. These are from my side.